memory about auditioning for the show?
I remember my name was at the top of the script when I auditioned because it was, my name is Larry, as many people know, and that was the character name, so I felt like I had an upper hand in that regard. You know when you put your, like in your homework in your room or your period number or whatever? It's little things like that, you know, help you not get so nervous for when you're auditioning, but...
So for me, I have gone in several times. I think I've told the story quite a few times, so I'm sorry if you're hearing it again. I had gone in for Firefly, for Angel, and I just was like not, I kept getting the feedback. Joss loves her, he's going to eventually be in one of his shows, we don't know which one. And then up came Kennedy, and I loved it. And I was like, oh, this is so fun. But I actually would love to find the audition scene. I'm going to dig, because it was nothing like any of the episodes. It was just like a really fun, flirty, scene with another girl that I had like a thing for. And I was like, this is fun. And so I remember, I really wanted this one, It just felt so like I want to take this ride. Like this, I want to do this. But I didn't feel like I did good. So I literally went to my girlfriend's house and I was like, man. And I started showing her how I did it. I'm like, let me show you how I did the scene. And then I'm like, but I should have done it like this. And I'm just all in my head about it, right? And I'm like, damn it, I missed an opportunity. And then sure, several days later, they're like, you got the role. But it was a one-time guest star with a few lines. So I never imagined it unfold into what it unfolded. And then, I was like, awesome, I was really excited. And then, literally 2 days before the next episode, they're like, you're in the next episode. I'm like, what? Really cool. And then 2 days before the next episode, I was like, oh shit. And then the fourth episode, I was like, oh, this is bigger than what they were telling me. Because they kept me on as a guest star. They didn't even give me the recurring title. So yeah, at that point, I was like, oh, and then, yeah, that was a lot. That was a long answer. But
how many episodes?
13.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was, I think they knew before I knew, because I was planning to go to France, work as an au pair, and Alice and Hannah, they're like, you're not going anywhere. I'm like, yes, I am. What do they know that I don't? So they kind of all knew, but I didn't. They kept me I think it was safety, in case I didn't work out, in case they wanted to not continue with me. And then later I found out that the network wasn't really super behind me for the role of Kennedy, but Joss was really, I want her, so you guys kind of discovered my character, and then after the fourth episode, I was walking back to the tree, and he's like, come here. He's like, I was watching dailies, and he goes, I love it when I'm right. I love to be right. And I'm like, what? He goes, let me say, I love being right. He literally screamed it. Yeah, so thank you, Joss. And then it just became what it became. But yeah, it was a journey. It wasn't like I auditioned and got it. It was several, yeah.
That's a lot. How the first episode, and it was, of course, I have a theme apparently, the Halloween thing, which I had done Hocus Pocus many years prior, but the first episode of Buffy, of course, it was the Halloween episode, and I get to be a pirate that, almost takes Buffy down in the alleyway, preachy. But it was a while, it was a couple months after that I got a call that there was another football player role, and instead of him just casting somebody else, he said, I like what you did with the first, but are you okay with playing a gay character? And I said, to what extent? And he sent me the script, and I was like, this is brilliant. I just love that they think I'm a werewolf, and he confronts me in the locker room and finds out I have other secrets. And then I think he's that way, and we're all, but Larry becomes a nice guy, he's not looking at girls' butts the same way. He's picking up their books and saying, I'm sorry, how you doing today? But the character, it turned from second episode to, I think I did 6 episodes. And then I was sad to find out, because he said, people are going to die when we're doing graduation. And I got through part 1, I think, and then there was a meeting.
Did you die?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so to speak, Amy still thinks I'm alive and wants to go to prom with me. I think but yeah, but it was incredible to get to work with everybody.
Yeah.
We're just making. I remember doing some fight scene in the alleyway. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. We're shooting. What are we doing? Like, we're just making believe right now.
Yeah, the plane and getting paid.
Yeah, and everybody was so kind and to think that the show has become something even greater.
Its own legacy, its own right.
So thank you to all of you for making the show what it is today.
Yeah.
Good actors, too. It really makes a difference that